Hello and welcome once again. Today, again, another rather late day for me, so just going to be another simple steak. Today's snack is what I didn't finish of the steak that I made yesterday. Or that we made. I don't know if y'all making these steaks at home, or whatever else I'm cooking that you might or might not be cooking with me as well. That being said, let's get to it. I might do something a little bit different with this steak. So, like yesterday, Himalayan pink sea salt, black peppercorn, heavy on the pepper, light on the salt. For me, y'all can do it however you want. In case y'all wondering why I keep reaching behind the camera, is because my camera is in my cabinet. The same cabinet where I keep food and dishes. So, yeah. Today, we're going to be adding a bit of Holland House's Marsala cooking wine. Now, you can use any cooking wine you want. I just have an affinity for Holland House. Once again, Holland House, not a sponsor. Okay, so give me just a second here. Get our lovely piece of cheek meat. Already starting to sizzle. Can you hear it? Pretty sure y'all can see it. Doesn't look like much when I'm cooking it, does it? Once again, we're going to salt and pepper both sides. Sear both sides to try to keep the juices from spilling out. There's the pepper. And there's all I need of the salt. Once again, today's cooking implement, nice little fork. I don't know what this fork is actually used for, but I'm using it for this. As we prep you guys to move over here, give you guys a better look at how the steak looks as I'm flipping it this time. That way y'all have comparison this time, so what the steak's going to look like after I'm done. Now we're not adding the Marsala just yet. Right now, just searing the sides. We're going to turn that temperature when we go to add the Marsala. I'm not going to just use straight Marsala. I'm going to add more water than Marsala to this. So we're going to fill about 1 cup of water. And it doesn't have to be exact. None of my stuff's really exact unless I'm following a recipe. And let's take a look at the steak. That looks done enough. Time turn down the heat to half. Cook it longer. Add the water into the pan. Once again, that sizzling sound lets us know it's hot. Fresh bottle of Marsala. Then, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pour in a bit of Marsala here. And then prep you guys. Yeah. Notice I did not pour in a whole lot of Marsala. So this is not going to be a Marsala heavy steak like I'm going to do later. Later being the optimal word because I'm not doing it today. And I'm not sure if I'm going to do it tomorrow. I may do it Thursday though. But that's going to be a fairly big production, along with something else I might do tomorrow. Or I might just end up doing another small steak tomorrow. Cooked steak. Again, today we have orange juice in our Smart Water bottle. Reduce, reuse, and recycle, kiddies. Turn on the fan. Turn it up to about 6.5. That way we can get the water boiling a little bit quicker. I really love orange juice, guys. I'll tell you. Now this one's probably going to cook a little bit slower because we did add the water in. But it should taste great. We're done with our measuring cup. Another cabinet, really. Since y'all not really seeing the cooking action, I guess I could try and figure out a way to get you guys to see my face a little bit better. How's that? Y'all see me? Yell if you can see me. I need to hear y'all. I'm really ashamed if you just yelled at your monitor. Really, really ashamed. It's recorded. Of course I can't hear you. What are you thinking? Weirdos? Anybody, since we're just waiting on our steak here, not really a lot to do because I'm not really doing anything else today, with cooking at least. What's everybody think of some of those commercials out there today? Like the difference between the old Spice commercials with what's his name? The first one was the guy on a horse with the body wash, and it's diamonds, and then look at your man, look at me, now look at your man. Sadly, your man's not me. And the new guy, what's his name? TJ Cruz? Oh, he's hilarious. Go ahead and put your answers in the comment section. Down to the right if you're on a mobile device, and directly below if you're on a laptop or a desktop computer. Y'all can't really see, can you? I need to get it set up. At least something to hold the tablet. I wouldn't mind a camera. Mom, if you're watching this, Christmas idea? Camera stand, maybe? Just a little bit? Maybe a video camera? Something that's a little bit easier than using the tablet. Just a thought. Now, doing the steak like this in water or marsala, I'm using at this point the liquids in the pan to tell when my steak's done. The more liquids I put in, the longer it's going to take to cook because we're boiling off the liquids as we go. So the more liquid you put in, the longer it's going to take to fully cook your steak. Now, the more juices that you get out of this, you could turn into gravy if you had the right stuff. If I'd gone heavier on the marsala and I went with more herbs, I could probably make a fairly decent gravy out of what was left in the pan when I take the steak out. But that's not what I'm doing today. Now, so far, I have uploaded a video every day for the past 3 days at this time, and I will be uploading this one. I'm thinking of changing the schedule already. Oh, that's okay. I might move it to once, twice a week, maybe 3 times a week, or every other day. One of those days being my weekend, which at this time currently happens on Tuesday nights and Wednesday nights, as I work overnight, which is why it's so late in the day for me, when it's only roughly around noon. One of the great things I love about cooking with marsala is the great smell it adds as it's boiling down. Now, it is possible to use marsala to get drunk. It does actually have an alcohol content. Well, the bottle again, it has an alcohol by volume of 14%. It's roughly 28 proof. I think that's how that works. So it is possible to get drunk. However, I'd really, really recommend going with the actual drinking wine of marsala instead of the cooking wine. Different coloring, slightly, and probably a better flavor. As this is designed specifically for cooking, and it's got more salt added into it because of that. here's a recipe I might try someday. If you guys have any topics you want me to talk about, that I can, feel free to add them in the comment sections. I will look over the comment sections eventually, especially if I start getting more views. But don't really have any topics. Sylvester Stallone is apparently trying to get actors together for Expendables 4. Yay! Yeah. I found that very interesting. I also find climate change deniers of the Republican Party that are running very interesting. I mean, we've got people that's their job is to study climate and the changes that we are causing. And these guys are going, there's no such thing as climate change. Climate change happens normally. It's just mind-boggling. Mind-boggling how stupid some of our elected leaders are. These are people we voted into office that they're going, climate change isn't real because the people that gave them campaign contributions, that's money to run for office, in case you didn't know. I'm sure there's some people that were wondering what that is. Are companies like Big Oil. And Big Oil would love to see climate change disproved if, quoting Jon Stewart, if scientists could be bought, big oil companies would make it rain money in Nerd Town. So right now, I'll show you guys. This is what it looks like at the moment. Nice bubbling mess. That's this side. And here's the other side. Now this is looking pretty well done to me. In fact, judging by how hard it is by pushing the fork into it, I'm going to say that's done. Oops, splash. Off my fork. Once again, into the bowl, just so I can make people mad. And there it is, our steak. Doesn't that look tasty? Well, thank you for watching, and have a nice day, guys.